How is your morning so far? Happy? Yeah. Looking forward to learn lots of things today. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for attending this session. My name is Shadia from KHDA, and this is my colleague Layla from KHDA as well. And we'll be visiting with you the visual words through this session. Okay? So before we start, do you have any idea about what is visual harvesting? Yes, please.
I saw it a couple of years ago at one of the other KHDA conferences. So basically, my understanding was it's just like a visual map almost of a discussion that's happened or a talk or something like that. So it converts what's being said into a visual way to look back at and to either remember the people who were there to sort of see what kind of happened.
Thank you so much. It's mainly converting all the text, the speech, whatever you have of any content into simple visual drawing. That is it. So the message will get to the audience faster, and you can communicate whatever you want in a very fast way. This is visual harvesting simply. So in our session today, we'll be having an introduction, which we just now finished, about visual harvesting, and we're going to work in groups. And since we have a limited number of people, we're going to work in one group. And we'll be switching, myself and my colleague Layla, to give you different techniques in visual harvesting. Okay? And then we'll end up the session with a simple video to practice our learning. Is this okay with you? Okay. Let's start then. Okay. Now, we'll start with yes, everything is okay. We'll start with the first technique in visual harvesting, which is how to draw people as individuals and also as groups. Let's start. We have different techniques for drawing people. The different techniques are the simple shapes. We have the star shape. We have the basic shapes, circle, square, triangle, and also we have the messy lines. Let's start. You have your notebooks in front of you. You have different colors of pen, so you can feel free to practice as we learn. You can start with page 7. Let's start with the star shape. I'm going to draw a man using the star shape. How? Start with the head. Move to the hands, he's a happy man. And then end up with the legs. I'm going to add a simple touch over the head to show that this man is happy. And always ground your drawing. How is your first experience? Finish? Now there is a question here. I don't have any drawing talent. Am I going to be a good visual harvester? Yes. Yes, because it's all about techniques and it's all about building your icons library. How? Whenever you struggle with any drawing or with anything that you would like to draw, Google it as clip art. Clip art. Okay? Like for example, you would like to draw a car clip art. You will be inspired by so many pictures that you choose the easiest one and the one that suits you. And day by day, using this way, you're going to build your own library of icons. Day by day, you won't even need to Google it as clip art. You will have your own drawings and your own icons. So this is the secret of visual harvesting. Okay? So this is a happy man. If you can see, we've used the star shape. The same man, he's standing and he's pointing on something. So one hand is pointing on something and the other hand is just laying down. How? Start with the head the same way. The first hand is pointing and the other hand is just laying down. And end up with the legs. Always ground your drawing. And by the way, there is no right or wrong in visual harvesting. This is the good thing about visual harvesting. So there is no any judgment. Yes? Let's move to the other shape. Let's choose the circle. Now, look at this man. He's very fat and he would like to lose weight. So he's trying to play with the dumbbells. How? Start with the head. And this is the big body. And the hands holding the dumbbells. He's feeling hot and sweating. Don't forget to ground your drawings. As you can see, it's very fast. Okay, moving to the next shape, let's choose the square. So this is the body, the head, the hands, normal person, okay? So this person is standing like this, his hands on his waist. How to draw it? Head, the body, legs, you can play with the legs, and the hands. Hands on the waist. You're okay? Okay. Moving to the next one. The same man, he moved one hand and he put it over his head because he was thinking. So how to do it? The head, the body again using the same shape. He's standing. One hand on the waist, the other hand over the head. And ground it. Okay. The mother is walking and holding her daughter's hand. We're going to use another shape. This is the mother. Now this is the triangle. She's walking to this side. She's wearing a scarf. Okay. And this is the daughter, her daughter beside her, walking. Look at this. The mother is looking towards her daughter, and the daughter is doing the same. How to show that? The dots of the eyes are on the side. How did you find it so far? Easy? Difficult? Easy and fast. Okay. Look at this. This is very interesting. Moving to the other technique, the messy lines. So what is this? The body. Add the legs, add the hands, and add the head. And you are done. Look at this old man. His back is bended and he can't walk without his stick. The head. And this is the stick. Okay? Now, this boy, he just came from school and he's very happy. So he's singing and he's dancing. Why? He got very good marks in his exams today. Okay? look at the hands and look at the legs, because usually you can see the dancing from the hands and legs. So these are the legs and these are the hands. He's happy, singing and dancing. And the father just came in and he was wondering, so he was asking his son, what happened? You're very happy today. So you can form stories using visual harvesting. So we've learned different techniques of drawing different people using the shapes. You have different techniques now, okay? So you can choose any one which suits you the best, okay? And which you're comfortable with, and just take it as a standard, okay, for yourself. Let's move to the group of people. Now, these are group of people in a theater watching something. So to draw a group of people, it's lots of arches close to each other. And this is the theater. In visual harvesting, you don't need to be very sketchy. It's simple lines, okay, connected lines to each other with shapes, and that's it. It's very fast, so, and it doesn't have right or wrong. So those lines, just connect them together and you will be having the drawing that you like. Okay? Group of people, just like your situation, sitting around the table in a meeting and discussing their meeting agenda. This is the table, the meeting agenda. And you are done. Okay, the last example of the group, a group of people standing in a queue, and the first one is holding the flag. Any questions so far? So we're done with the people as individuals and groups. Okay? Now my colleague Leila is going to continue with you with other techniques as well. Enjoy your learning.
Okay, good morning. How are you all? You look like you're having fun, so we might add to it. So. In visual harvesting also, we have rules. Okay, what are these fun rules? And actually, you will tell me what are the rules. So, today I'm going to talk to you about the icons. You now learned how to draw people. Now I'm going to tell you how to draw icons. So, what are there is also basic shapes for drawing icons. What are the basic shapes that we have in math? Circles. And then we have more extra one, which is line and dot. Okay? In these basic shapes, we can draw any icon in the world. Okay? Simple one. We can start with a mobile phone. Can you draw a mobile phone using this icons? Show me. Any kind of one, even in the one in 70s with lots of things around. Yep. So, nice phones. Okay. So yeah, so we'll continue, but now we'll learn the basic or the rules that we have for drawing icons. First, I'll start drawing, and then you tell me what's wrong with this icon. What is this?
It is not connected. The lines not connected. Not connected.
First rule. Excellent. It's not connected. So connect. Sorry. Connect your drawing. Okay. A second rule. It is, can the people at the back see it clearly? Actually, if you were in an auditorium, it will not show. So you need to be bold. Sorry. Okay. Connect your lines and be bold. Second rule, bold. Yeah? Okay, so tell me, what is this?
TV screen.
TV screen. What can be?
Canvas.
A canvas. Wow.
Or a window.
A window. There's lots of options, so we need to add details that shows what is it, but not that much of details. For example, I was thinking of a picture, like a canvas. Yeah? So add details, but be simple. Yeah? Don't add like a sun and then extra clouds with lots of trees. Sorry?
Third one?
Simple. Yeah. Be simple and then so this is the first rule for any icon. So connect your lines, be bold and simple. So now can we try some icons? Can you draw me a flower? Simple thing. Wow. Nice. Wow, nice. Yeah, show me your flowers at the end. Nice. Wow, okay, sunflower, this is what works. Okay, so a simple flower with okay. Yeah, so this is a flower. TV screen, any kind of TV screen. Flat, old. Okay, that LG, huh? Yep. So I'm drawing the one in the 70s with nothing to show. Yeah, so basically in icons also we need to mind the other people that is seen. For example, if you are in an auditorium and then you cannot hear the person who's talking, but you can see the visual harvesting is drawing an icon of a mobile. So what do you think is the lecturer is talking about? It can be communication. What else? He can be talking about social media. He can be talking about a rule about mobile, about technology. There is lots of things coming from one icon, so we need to see the concept behind it. Yeah. Also, when drawing icons, we have some. This is like basic icon. We can say like this is a TV or a technology. There are things that are We cannot see it as an icon, such as vision. When you have a vision of something, how can you represent it using icon? Can you try it? Excellent. This is an eye. You can say, like, I have a vision of something. Some people see it as a vision of a future. So you can add to it, which is making it as a sun. Yeah? So it's combining two concepts and one icon. This can come with practice and having lots of libraries to connect with each other, which, as Shadia said, using the Google Clip Art search. Yeah? Okay, so now we'll move to the writing. In visual harvesting also we have some rules in writing. Can you use a piece of paper and write your name? Can I see it from back also? Use the whole page to show me your name. Oh, I love your style. طبعا جفرينا. Can I have yours, Milani, and Manali, Malini, sorry, and okay, give me one, Abdul. Nice. Okay. So there is two different things here. This is the correct one for visual harvesting. Okay. This is capital letters. Okay. So you need to use always capital when you're writing, but you can use different styles. I'll show you different styles that we have. Alini, yes. Yeah, we have this wonderful style. We have here kifah. Yes. So we have different style, and you can use your own style. Yeah, we have this one, the bubbles, and then this one, which is a very free style, and I love the colors that you use. Shukran. Okay. So first rule for writing, which is capital letters. Second one is the font. Okay, using capital and different fonts. For example, we can use the bubble thing as Kifah used. Yeah, and then we have the blocks. Okay. We can use the simple one, but remember to be bold. And different fonts. We will have that one, if you can see, which is the honey visual harvesting. It's showing different kind of fonts that you can use. Okay? But remember, there is a third rule in visual harvesting or visual harvesting in writing, which is the size. Mind the size of your writing. For example, the title should be the biggest thing, and you can notice it through the color, through the font, and then subtitle and the title. Okay, so for example, this can be the title, and then a subtitle, and then some comments. Okay, so make sure that the audience or the person who's looking at the visual harvesting know which is the most important thing, then the subtitle, and then which is not like most important to read about. Okay, so by that we have finished the session today, and we're moving for the last point right now, which is practicing, live practicing. Okay, so I know this is your first time. We'll have a video right now for a minute, and then we'd like you to do a visual harvesting of the points he will say. Okay? So I know it's the first time, but it will be, inshallah, very good results that you will get. First, we'll test the sound if you're hearing that very good.
Hi, this is Sam with spiritualexcellence.com.
Are you okay with the sound?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Sam with spiritual.
Only sound? No video?
Spiritualexcellence.com. In this short training video, I'm going to explain to you how you can overcome laziness in 4 simple steps. As human beings, we have a limited amount of willpower. There's only so much force that we can exert on ourselves on a daily basis to take action. The key to overcoming laziness and getting into action is motivation. We need to gain leverage over ourselves. And as human beings, we are either running away from something or towards something at all times. We're either trying to avoid pain or to gain pleasure. We are either afraid of something or we are hopeful of something. There's a desire. So understanding these 2 forces and how you can use them to gain leverage over yourself is key and critical to actually overcoming laziness and getting into action. So here are the 4 simple steps. And you may want to have a pen and paper handy when you go through this exercise. The first thing you want to do is simply ask yourself, what am I trying to avoid? What do I not want? And be very clear about the result and the consequence of not taking action. The second question you want to ask yourself is, what do I want? What is it that I am actually aiming for? What is it that I could potentially achieve if I were to take action? If I were to move myself and really do whatever it takes to actually get a result? What is the best possible outcome? So number 2, what do I want? The third step in this process is to ask yourself, what's the next step that I can take? Simply the next step. Not every step along the way, but just the next one. If that means putting on your shoes, if that means just simply getting to the gym, if that means simply opening your computer and whatever it happens to be, what's the next step that I can take? And take that step. And 4th, repeat the whole process. Go back to number 1, remember what it is you're trying to avoid. Number 2, be very clear about what you can gain and what you will gain by taking action. Number 3, what's the next step? So after you've taken the first step previously, you go through the process again. What's the next step now? And
Yeah. To draw something?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
please, can you show us?
The ordering is not great.
Yep.
Thank you so much. The first step, the second, can you explain it to us?
So it's out of order, unfortunately. So the first step is what are we avoiding? So the man's running, as you can see, he's a bit sort of worried. And the second one, he's aiming for like the sun and the clouds, so he's got aspirations.
Yep.
In the third one, it's where's my next step? So he's questioning it and moving his foot. And then in the fourth one, it's just repeat the cycle.
Thank you for this try. Thank you so much. Thank you. Usually in this exercise, people start writing. So thank you for drawing. Because it's really challenging.
I did start with the letter 4 and the word steps.
Amazing start, actually. Thank you
Amazing.
so much. Because it's very challenging to listen and to draw at the same time. Because we used to listen and to write, but not to draw. So this is the challenge. When you have, let's say, a library of icons, which comes by practice, then it will become easy. Or if you are a very visual person. So, okay. Now, let's discuss it together. As our colleague just drew. Now, what's the first step? What did the video say? What was the first step?
Avoid. What to avoid?
What to avoid. So, what can we write? What can we draw? Someone who's running. Thank you so much. Someone who's running and trying to avoid something. Yeah? And what's the next step?
What is it should I want?
What do I want to do?
What do I want?
Do you remember that person which you draw, who is standing and thinking about something? You can just write on top of that man, what do I want to do? Or what do I want? Okay? And what's the third step? What is the next step? How to draw it? Step. We can, something like this. For example, This is one example only. Could يعني it's not, there is no right or wrong. For example, other colleague did it in another way, which is also right. Okay? For me, I can do it like this. I draw a step, okay, and write. What's the next step? And write it here.
Okay.
Okay? So combine it with a simple sentence, and that's it. So draw it with a simple sentence or word, and it will deliver the message.
Yeah. So what is the last one? Repeat the whole thing. So it is like, yeah, the U-turn thing. Very, an excellent example, and thank you for coming. Last question that we would like to ask you, how can you use this in your school? We need. So you're teaching early years children?
Yes.
Yeah. So because these icons are very simple, and when you're drawing, it's drawing for 2 years old actually. So it is very simple. Any kind of any age, they will learn how to do it. So when telling stories, other
Asking children to express themselves because they don't know words, so they can express
excellent,
themselves.
excellent.
Medium of drawing.
Yeah. So in what areas of teaching you use that when you ask students to express themselves?
When they're doing critical thinking or writing, creative writing, they can express
Yeah.
themselves.
So instead of asking them to write when they don't have that skill, that skill. Very good, excellent. Other.
I am into foundation stage. This is the things on my session was full, and I came here very nice, really.
Thank you.
But this point is for KG is very important. Why? When I start drawing, okay, they want to see
Yes.
this point, okay, and we unlock. I use these as a key, okay, for saying to them drawing is easy. The more they draw, the more things open for them. The more things for reading, for writing. Okay, they start using better their
Yeah.
hands, and they start saying I can't. They start saying I can't draw a man, I can draw a dog, even I can draw. Okay, this is really useful too.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Most of the times people just rely on their visual while learning things.
Yes.
Because we think in pictures rather than words. So for them it's one of the best way of communication, different emotions, different things, because for example if we want to show happiness, so to write down the word happy, maybe the students know the spellings or the meaning or not, but just the picture will show what's going on the topic or the lesson.
Excellent.
One of the things that you can also use as this gentleman mentioned is the emotions, for example. Also in visual harvesting, like one of the technique is how to draw the emotions. I'm just going to give you one small technique on drawing emotions. Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay, so 9 emotions. You can choose the shape that you like. Any shape that you like, circle, rectangle, triangle, any shape, cloud, any shape. So, 9 faces. Okay, usually the emotions are in the lips and eyebrows. So let's fix the eyes and the noses. Okay, and let's start with the eyebrows. Usually the eyebrows are on the top of the face. So the eyebrows might be an arch facing up or an arch facing down or just a straight line. Apply these on the whole column. Like for example, this shape, apply it on the whole column. Yeah? And the second one, apply it to the whole column as well, the second column. And the straight line, it might be a straight line, horizontal straight line, or just like this, or like this. At the end, it's a straight line. Okay? Moving to the lips. I'm going to choose another color, excuse me. Okay. The same. It might be an arch facing up or down or just a straight line, and apply it on each row. So it might be a smile, or this shape, or this shape. For example, you could draw these and ask them, how do you feel today? Of course, you can play with the hair the way you want. And ask them, how do you feel today? And ask them to express themselves. Rather than talking, okay, or writing, they can choose the drawing. Or even ask them to draw, how do they feel? Yeah? So this might be useful as well for you. You play with the hair the way you want. For example, this is a cap, this is a neat hair, curly one, whatever.
Yep. Yeah, so how do you think about this session? Yeah, so practice, look for icons on Google, clip art, and then inshallah we'll see you again as visual harvesters. Yeah, yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming, and if you don't mind, can you just fill in the feedback form? Thank you so much for coming.